Let's find out more about what's happening with the remnants of or what's left of this tropical storm. Buck, what do you tell us?
Yeah, well, it is still a tropical storm out in the Gulf. It has been strengthening a little bit once it went back into the Gulf. The water temperature is still pretty warm out there in the Gulf of Mexico. So let's go ahead and talk about what we are currently experiencing. So first thing we want to bring up is actually the radar. So let's show you what the radar is picking up right now. Still a lot of rain in Houston. You can see all of those heavy rain bands still working their way into Houston throughout this morning. We'll show you some of the rainfall totals coming up here in just a couple of slides here. But let's put that away. I want to bring up what we're dealing with, watches and warnings. So that maroon shade that you see out in the Gulf of Mexico, out to the coast or out to the water there in Houston, that's still tropical storm warnings. They're still experiencing some very heavy winds. Matter of fact, 45-mile-per-hour winds at the last update from the National Hurricane Center, but they've been picking up so much rain. Some of the rainfall totals that you are seeing here, 43 inches of rain in South Houston since Friday morning through midnight, and they've been picking up more since then. As a matter of fact, I know one of the readings, you look down here towards Hobby Airport, that is showing just under 3 feet. I know since midnight they've picked up enough that they are over 3 feet of rain since Friday. That's crazy, and they're still picking up more. As a matter of fact, the rainfall totals expected through the next several days could see up to another 10 inches of rain in pockets, maybe even a little bit more. So there is a lot of rain that has fallen already over southeast Texas and Louisiana, and more on the way for the coming days. All right, so let's go ahead and clear this off of here and show you what is the latest with this storm. So we're going to bring up our 3D Earth here and actually show you where the storm is right now and where it is headed, because it is actually coming towards central Ohio. So let's go ahead and make that a little bit larger for you. So right now, sustained winds of 45 miles per hour. We had gusts up to 60 earlier today, but it is down in the Gulf. And the green there is an indication of where we're expected to see rain. Let's take you through the next few mornings and pause it every morning around 7 a.m. Still in the Gulf tomorrow morning at 7 a.m., about 45-mile-per-hour winds. Once it makes its way into northern Louisiana, it starts to weaken a little bit down to 40-mile-per-hour winds by Thursday morning. And then eventually, as we get into Friday and Saturday, it makes its way closer to Ohio. Notice some rain in far southern Ohio by 7 a.m. Saturday because of this storm system. And by the time we hit Saturday afternoon and evening, we are starting to see some of that rain working its way into Ohio. As mentioned, these storms can move around a little bit, so we will keep a very close eye on the track. As a matter of fact, just look at that line of how it came into Texas, bounced back out to the Gulf, and then starting to move back inland. So there's a lot to keep an eye on over the coming days, but at least that gives you an idea of what our current situation is down there. Guys?